Hey guys, it is me, HappyCairek, and finally we have some amazing news about Last on Earth survival. We have finally gotten the roadmap for 2024. For those who don't know what is the roadmap, it's basically developers' plan for 2024. So without any further ado, let's see what developers had to say about this plan. Hey survivors, we're starting this week with the Last on Earth roadmap 2024. We're currently working on the specified roadmap points while coming out with new ideas aimed at developing Last on Earth's world and gaming process. It's an approximate plan for the rest of the year. We might encounter unexpected turns of events in the development process, so the content and order of the points might change depending on the circumstances. So they've basically explained what this roadmap means, and we're gonna definitely take a closer look at this roadmap. But before we take a closer look at that image, I think it's very important to check out this roadmap 2024. It's important to check out their blog post because it has even more information than that other roadmap. So there we go, our plans for the rest of 2024. Hey survivors, it's time to tell you about the plans for the rest of the year. Let's take a closer look at a few highlights. So there we go, they've shared this image. As I said, we're going to be checking it out very soon. We're planning certain things in the gaming process for the fall. The survivors can expect a new playthrough concept. The northern region will become the first updated territory. As they play, the players will be able to farm new currency that can be exchanged for completely new unique rewards, stock up on new warm clothes. So that is awesome to hear. Finally, we're going to get something new. We're going to get the new currency. So who knows what that's going to be? I take it as a, maybe we're just going to get like some sort of new resources. Maybe we'll get like some sort of a new type of wood, or maybe we will actually get some sort of a new currency. Like currently we have Z coins. Maybe we'll get like something else that we'll be able to exchange at that northern region. We'll have to wait and see. But most importantly, they're saying that we'll be able to exchange that new currency for completely new and unique rewards. So we are getting lots of new content with that northern region's update. That's very cool. So there we go. The contents of the northern region: changed locations, enemies and icy armor, new location, new resources and blueprints unique to those locations, new bosses, new weapons that are effective in the region, and new chapter in the survivor's path dedicated to the northern region. So I'm kind of confused on how this works. They say changed locations. Does that mean some of the current locations in that northern region will look different? Because probably that's what's going to happen. Maybe they will change some old locations and they're also going to add a new location there as well. Well, that's interesting. We're working on the following quality of life changes: a single cooldown. Most of the timers in the game will be resetting at the same time. So I'm not really sure how I feel about this point, because I'm not really sure what developers are trying to say here. So does that mean, let's say your bunker alpha and farm location will be resetting, like let's say every 2 days without you even logging into the game? Because myself included and lots of people as well. Let's say you will clear bunker alpha and tomorrow you can go and clear that farm location, and by the time you're done with that farm location, for the 3rd day your bunker alpha is already ready, so you can go back and clear that bunker alpha. But if everything resets at the same time, then it feels like you have to clear everything at the same time and the game will feel more tedious. But again, maybe I just don't understand this point. Maybe it's a great change. If they think they should add that, then maybe they should add that. We'll just have to wait and see. An ability to indicate the number of items during crafting. So I've been asking for that for quite a while now, because sometimes you need to craft like 10 first aid kits for the raiders. Actually, you need to craft 20 first aid kits, and then you need to craft those 20 first aid kits one by one. But other than that circumstance, I don't really know why would you need to craft, let's say, like 10 hatchets. But hey, as long as you cannot misclick it and craft like 10 iron hatches, then this will be a perfect addition to the game. And then put everything down and claim everything buttons in the chopper. I think that would be a nice quality of life improvement. Informative hints for items. Well, I'm pretty sure that thing will be useful for newcomers and maybe even for the old players as well. Once they add that northern region, we won't really know what all of those new resources do, so this thing will be very helpful. And at certain season levels, you'll be able to select a reward that would be the most useful for you at that moment. So developers have already spoken about this point here. So from how I understand, let's say at level 59, it won't be only a C4, but let's say a C4 and let's say an AK, and you'll be able to choose what is more useful for you, a C4 or an AK. Basically a multiple choice rewards, which I think are pretty nice. Every time you give a choice to the players, it's always fun. So I'm excited to see this being implemented in the game. Most of the quality of life changes are introduced based on your requests and suggestions. Alrighty. In the fall, we'll add a repair station that will allow you to restore the durability of equipment and weapons. This is very huge. This is absolutely phenomenal. A lot of people have been asking for that repair station. Improvements for certain workstations will be made available. So I'm kind of curious, does that mean we'll be able to get more planks more efficiently with the woodworking benches or something like that? So will you be able to improve your woodworking benches? That's very interesting, and that is also a W in my opinion, because we should be able to improve our workstations, and hey, that's awesome. A new dog breed is coming to the wasteland, Saint Bernard. Also, the functionality of your loyal four-legged friends will be expanded. You'll get the capability to equip them with some extra equipment. So it is very interesting. The way it's worded, the functionality of your loyal four-legged friends will be expanded. Does that mean your current true friend doggos will get this ability to equip extra equipment, or will you be able to only equip that extra equipment on the new dog breed, on those Saint Bernards? In any case, it's cool to see new doggos in the game. Hopefully they'll be obtainable. Maybe you'll only be able to get them in the northern region. Perhaps. Maybe only Saint Bernards will be able to have that extra equipment. But in any case, since basically day one, since the release of the dogs in the game, people were asking developers to add some equipment to the dogs. And finally, we're going to get some equipment. I'm kind of curious what that equipment will be. Maybe like a tiny backpack. Maybe you'll be able to store like one item in that doggo. I have no idea. Because currently dogs don't really need any armor, as zombies don't damage them. So that equipment won't probably be armor. Maybe you'll be able to put like a turret on that doggo or something like that. We'll have to wait and see. The traditional Halloween event will return with some improvements and updated rewards, and the Black Friday sale will have the greatest deals. So just as always, we're gonna get this Halloween event, very epic. Naturally, we can't do without New Year's event. The most important holiday of the year is coming to Last on Earth, and each survivor will receive their presents. We're also gonna get the New Year's event. There's not much to explain there. Changes involving updated locations, organizing them into regions, and adding bosses will allow us to construct a logical progression that will grant us the opportunity to integrate completely new routes and resources for your future adventures in the wastelands. So developers have already kind of said something about adding bosses to different locations so that it makes more sense. So from how I understand this point about bosses and like natural progression, etc., maybe you'll have to, let's say, like go to Bunker Alpha, and in order to unlock that Bunker Alpha, you'll have to like fight some sort of a boss. Then you'll go to like the laboratory, you'll have to kill some sort of a boss in the lab to unlock that lab, maybe something like that. At least that's how I understand this point. But we'll have to wait and see. I think you'll have to kill that boss only one time, and then that location will unlock permanently. Like, for example, in that Survivor's Path right now, you just go to Bunker Alpha, you don't really have to do a lot of things, but now maybe in the Survivor's Path, you'll have to go and kill, like, some sort of a boss in order to unlock that Bunker Alpha. This will be a one-time boss, and then Bunker Alpha will unlock permanently. But again, that's just how I interpret this point. Maybe everything is going to be different. We'll just have to wait and see. And now the last thing, that's our approximate plan for the rest of the year. We're already working on the fall updates. We hope we'll keep bringing you joy in the zombie apocalypse for as long as possible. Thank you for your support, survivors. A lot of players, myself included, we wanted to see something like that for a very, very long time. It's nice to see that they have a plan. And now let's take a closer look at this Roadmap 2024. So first of all, developers said that we're going to get some sort of like new updated events. We're going to get the head hunting event and the big hunt event, but we already have the big hunt event. So I am curious, will the big hunt event become the head hunting event, or will both of these events be different events? Because for those who don't know, developers have started changing some of the events we've got in this Pursuit of Luck event. So they've already updated the Pursuit of Luck event. Before it was called like something else. I think it was called Test Your Luck event. We also had the Commune event, then it became the Commune Trials event. So maybe the big hunt event is going to become the head hunting arena, or maybe we'll just get 2 new events. But hey, whatever, we're getting more updated events. That's epic. And we are also getting this repair station, which is absolutely huge. Lots of people have been asking for this repair station. You can even see it here on the picture. Also, you can find the repair bench in the game already, except you cannot craft it. There we go. There's this repair station. And currently we cannot craft this repair station because we do not have the tungsten bars. So who knows, maybe developers will add these tungsten bars. Maybe, or maybe tungsten bars are not coming to the game. Maybe they'll just change them for something else. Maybe they'll add like some sort of a different resource from those northern locations, and then we'll be able to have this repair station. I think this will be a massive addition to the game, because it is sad that you cannot repair your grenade launchers, and it also all depends how difficult and how easy it'll be to get this repair station and how many weapons you'll be able to repair per day. I think we'll have a 24-hour timer to repair one gun, or maybe you'll have to use resources to repair those weapons. Maybe if you want to repair like some sort of a grenade launcher, if you want to repair a broken grenade launcher or a broken shotgun or something, maybe you'll need to use titanium, maybe you'll need to use tungsten, who knows? But I do believe that this repair station is going to be a massive addition to the game, because they have to add something new, and if they want to add new resources to those new northern locations, they have to add a new workbench, and the repair station is going to be perfect for that. And there we go. Here we we also have like this northern regions thing. As you can see over here, there's like this some sort of a map. This is our base with the settlement. Everything here looks kind of exactly the same. We have the gas station. We have the wood zones over here. We have some sort of a weird event here with the blue thing. I have no idea what that is. But we have the abandoned factory. We have the motel. We have the port location, and everything is exactly the same as here, so nothing's really too different. And they also spoke here about the contents of the northern locations. They said changed locations, and they also mentioned new location. So maybe they're gonna move this motel over here. Maybe they're gonna move the gas station here, and then they're gonna add new locations instead of these things. I have no idea. But the fact that we're gonna get a new location, we're gonna get updated locations, we're gonna get new zombies, we're gonna get a new currency in that northern region, I think that will be a massive change to the game, and that's amazing. And then we have obviously more things over here. So they have mentioned new bosses, and we even have one of the new bosses over here. Maybe it's gonna look exactly the same, maybe it'll be something else, and it is a frozen zombie. As developers said, we're gonna get like new zombies with armor, so maybe this will be one of the enemies, maybe one of the bosses with that icy armor. So we're probably gonna get lots of frozen zombies. Maybe now flare guns will be more useful, because the flare guns have gotten a nerf during the previous New Year event, so maybe now flare guns will be better because they will be doing some fire damage. We also have here now new resources, and over here we have like these some sort of bars. Maybe these are tungsten bars. Probably they aren't because they look a little bit different. Currently in the game, tungsten bars look like this. They're kind of like cylindrical shaped. And when we have the new resources here, they look kind of like square-ish. So maybe tungsten will look different, or maybe this will not be tungsten. Maybe this will be something else. We'll just have to wait and see. I mean, regardless, if they add tungsten or they add whatever other resource, I don't think it really matters. As long as it's new resource, it gets my approval. Then another point is about the improved workstations. We'll still have to wait and see what that means. But as I said, maybe we'll be able to get more wood from one woodworking bench. Maybe we'll be able to add more wood to that woodworking bench. Maybe instead of adding like 20 wood, you'll be able to add like 30 wood. I have no idea. We'll just have to wait and see how these improved workstations work. Then it looks like we're gonna get some new weapons, and we already have like some sort of a concept art for a new weapon. Like, what on earth is this? It's like a weapon with 4 barrels. I don't even know what it's gonna shoot. It's like a shotgun. It doesn't really look like a shotgun, so we'll just have to wait and see what that weapon is. But hey, if we're getting new weapons, it also gets my approval because that's new content. People like new weapons in the game. I like new weapons in the game. So this new weapon with 4 barrels already gets my approval, even though it's not even in the game yet. But hey, I already want it. I already want to get it. Maybe you'll be able to even get these weapons from that northern location. And hey, going further, developers said that we're going to get the new dog breeds and also the equipment for doggos. And there we go. That's the new dog breed, the Saint Bernard. So that's awesome. I just hope that these doggos will be obtainable, because currently it's very difficult to get a true friend doggo. So maybe they'll make it a little bit easier to get these true friend doggos. I don't know. I'm also curious about the equipment, and it kind of makes sense that they're adding the equipment for the dogs, because if they're adding lots of new resources in those northern locations, then you have to use these resources for some sort of new things. Otherwise, those new resources don't make any sense. And if you have to use those resources for the new equipment for the dogs, then those new resources actually start meaning something. Because let's say they're going to add new resources to those northern regions, and you cannot do anything with these resources, then they become completely pointless. For example, they've added this dead island. You can get titanium ore, but there isn't really much you can do with this titanium ore in the game. You can craft a Glock with it, but nobody's crafting Glocks because it's very expensive. It requires lots of titanium to craft this Glock. So if they're going to add new resources and you can use these new resources for the new equipment, then it absolutely makes sense, and I totally like that. Then we have here some quality of life changes, just as developers mentioned. Then we're going to get this Halloween event, and there isn't really much to talk about this Halloween event, as I think we've had a Halloween event ever since the release of Last on Earth. So hey, it's going to be nothing special. I just hope it'll be a fun event. And then we're going to get a Christmas event and the Black Friday sale. And I don't think there's anything over here. I think this is just the Forlorn Fair event or whatever. So in total, we have here 1, 2, 3, 10, 11, 12 new things. And we have only 4 months until they're gonna implement all of that to the game. I really hope, I keep my fingers crossed that, hey, that's going to work out for them. I really hope that they'll be able to add everything that we can see here on the roadmap in the next 4 months. But somehow, some way, I really doubt that, because that is a lot of items to add. We usually get one good update per like 6 months or something. Most of the updates are just temporary updates. I mean, Halloween and Christmas update, those are just 2 updates. These will be temporary updates. And these 2 updates alone will take like November and December. That's it. So what, they're planning to add all of that in just 2 months or something? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I really hope that everything's gonna work out for them. I am most excited for everything here. I want to see new events. I want to see the repair station, the new resources, the improved workstation, the northern regions. We'll just have to wait and see if that ever actually comes out. But hey, I have high hopes for it because developers don't always show the roadmaps. It's been quite a while since the previous roadmap, so hey, I'm happy they've shared this one. And now let me know if I've missed anything, and also let me know your thoughts about this roadmap. I'm excited to know that developers are still planning to add more updates to Last on Earth Survival. Now there's only one thing left for us to do, is to wait until developers add all of that stuff to the game. And I highly suggest you checking out my everything you need to know about Last on Earth Survival video. Click here on the second card and look at my Days Gone Let's Play. Hop over to my channel, go to playlist, and there you'll find a lot of other games that are played here on the channel. If you're not subscribed yet, definitely make sure to drop the subscribe button and notification bell to not miss any future videos. And see you in the next one.